Hello and welcome, I'm Raziel, and so Fulgrim the Primarch Ascended has been announced, and he is coming in the next couple of months. Probably at the end of next month, the end of October, or maybe beginning of, because he is an autumn release. We know this because it's on the roadmap. But the roadmap also shows more Lords of War, and Mystery Armor release, new characters and upgrades. Now, what I want to talk about today, I'm not going to talk about how Fulgrim should be plastic, because he should and have 40k rules, but we're going to talk about the Lords of War, the Mystery Army release, and the new characters and upgrades, and how two of those may actually tie into Fulgrim. Right, so the first Lords of War, I would tell you what, I would love for this to actually be more tanks. I know that's a bit of a sore subject for the Horus Heresy community, but let me finish. Solar Auxilia has very little plastic. I would love to see things like the Malcador actually getting a plastic release, not just for the Solar Auxilia, because you can use it in 40k as well, which would be great. I don't want to see more knights. Knights are plenty. I want to see more stuff for the Solar Auxilia. I want to see them get a little bit of love, and that's it. That's what I think for the Lords of War, but probably going to be more knights. Okay? But let's talk about Mystery Army release and the new characters and upgrades. Now, Fulgrim is, of course, being ascended to Demonhood, and this is really interesting. And so, I have said for a while, I think the Mystery Army release will be demons. I think it's going to be demons as a whole. I think the book will be called Liber Demonica, and it's going to be demons. Not just demons of the Ruin Storm, though they would be pretty cool. I think it's going to be demons as a whole, so you aren't stuck on a narrative point. You're not stuck in one place. You can play demons throughout. And it also means demons would be literally the best army for best value army from Games Workshop, because lots of plastic. And of course, the Mystery Army is in plastic. So that's kind of another reason I think is pointing towards demons as well, because they're already in plastic. They don't actually have to do anything. They just have to say, here's the book, you can now use demons, and that will be it. And that would be fantastic. And it does also give you a lot of leeway and space for other things. Like, you could have a demon detachment if you're taking Typhus, or Typhon, whatever which one you want to call him. And also, we've got to remember Fulgrim is a demon as well. So we're going to come back to him being a demon in a minute, because that, again, ties into the demon thing. So, you could take a small allied force of Nurgle demons. I do like Nurgle demons, actually. I always have, and I think they just look really cool. They're kind of like the manky ones, and they just look fantastic. I love them for so long. As well, along with your Death Guard. And it gives you kind of the opportunity to start using the plastic 40k Death Guard. You just give them bolt guns, do a bit of bashing, a little bit converting, give them bolt guns, and you have a decent looking army, which is nice and varied and very diverse. So there you go. So this is why I'm starting to think demons. And now with Fulgrim being a demon, we should be getting, I would really like to see this, rules for the ascended other Primarchs, even though the model's not released yet. And I do think that means Lorgar would probably be the next one. Let me explain why Lorgar would be the next one. If they do Demon Ascended rules for all the Ascended Primarchs, and there are only 6 actually Ascended, you've got to remember that, only 6 Ascended. Horus, obviously, Fulgrim, Lorgar, and of course we had Angron, Mortarion, and Magnus. Those are the only ones that Ascended. Omegon and of course Aferis didn't, because they died. Kurtz didn't ascend because, he just hated everyone. He wasn't actually a worshipper of chaos. He just wanted to fight the Emperor. And Perturaba didn't really ascend till... I believe he didn't ascend till after the Horus Heresy. And I'm still hoping they retcon that, because I don't think he should ascend at all. So, we got the 6 ascended. That would be already there. So it means up until they want to, they would actually have, at least a place marker for the other 3 dedicated Primarchs, the ones that are dedicated to a single god, the Death Guard one, Thousand Suns, etc. All those will be done. So they would have the markers already. So you don't really need to make another model for them at the moment, until, they wish to make it. So we would do Lorgar next. And so with these demons, they would therefore be able to do, these demon Primarchs, they would therefore be able to do demons with them, like the Nurgle demons, Khorne demons, Tzeentch and Slaanesh. And I think we're going to see more Slaaneshi demons come first, because the Mystery Army release is in plastic, and Slaaneshi Demons, I think the only thing they had some Fiends last edition, as well as the Heart Player. Those are the only new stuff they had. And Khorne haven't had any real new releases for a while either. So this is another reason why I think it's going to be Demons, because they can tie it in with 40k as well and make a big event over it, especially at Christmas. This is a winter release. The Mystery Army is coming out over winter, so it could be a Christmas release. And of course, you'd get a nice big box afterwards. So we'd have Demons, which is what I believe, and we'd have Limited Chronica. But it could also be, as well, tying in with the Fulgrim bit, Liber Chaotica, where instead of getting just the traitor legions, it will be the traitor legions that fully dedicated themselves to chaos, which would be the 6 legions. These are, of course, Sons of Horus, for 1,000 Sons, Death Guard, World Eaters, Word Bearers, and Emperor's Children. I'm talking about Fulgrim and I forgot it was Emperor's Children. So, and we dedicate to those. We would get rules for the Death Plague Marines, Khorne Berserkers, maybe Rubric Marines. I'm trying to really read when they actually became Rubric. But Noise Marines. Because now, we're looking at the Mystery Army release right below that. See how it all ties together. See, I can actually kind of make it flow half the time, sometimes. It's new characters and upgrades. Now, new characters and upgrades are in resin. And if what could be the chance, this is completely speculation, so yeah, just take it with as much soul you want. We could get Noise Marine parts. It's kind of be daft, be funny, be honest with you, because if Horus Heresy gets Noise Marines before Games Workshop, I can see the community getting a little bit upset by that. I would be upset, I really would. But I can see it happening as well to tie in with a Horus Heresy and Emperor's Children becoming part of Slaanesh. Well, maybe not Noise Marines, but, more Slaaneshi Emperor's Children. But still, that would kind of upset a lot of people in the 40k community, because that would be in resin. We could get a new Lucius the Eternal, because he didn't get his Armor of Souls or his Lash until after the Horus Heresy, after the Siege of Terror. So that wouldn't actually, we could get a new Lucius the Eternal with new, a new crafted base, different armor, more Slaaneshi armor. That would actually make a lot of sense. Or Kolgath, the Demon Prince of Nurgle, we could have him as well. Could get a new Typhus, but if we get a new Typhus, I can't see anyone using him when you can use the Games Workshop one, because the Games Workshop one is cheaper. It would not make much sense. I mean, you'd only be really taking the Games Workshop one, the Forge World one, to say, hey, look, I got one from Forge World. It would basically be about the branding and nothing else. Because, for a start, Forge World resin really isn't as good as Games Workshop plastic. But, like I was saying, a new Lucius the Eternal, maybe a new Eidolon. Is that the guy? Rylinar, the Ancient, a new model of him would be pretty cool. So, you never know. There is a lot of opportunities, and I think it's going to be very much tied into get the Emperor's Children. And I think we get a new Rylinar model would be great. Especially for those who want to do loyalist Emperor's Children and not traitor ones. Because don't forget, not everyone turned. And especially if you do Death Guard. If you do Death Guard, it's a third of them didn't turn. And a big amount of the Death Guard didn't turn. To see some loyalist traitors, if that makes sense to you, like Garrow, Loken. I know you can get Loken and Garrow now, but Loken you have to kind of get with Abaddon. Which is not a great thing, to be honest with you, and I would rather not. I'd rather just be able to get Loken on his own. Garrow you can get on his own, I believe, because that would be good. Because Garrow is a great character. He's one of my favourites get Garrow, because you can get him on his own anyway. But it's like we could get a Loken on his own, or even an Abaddon on his own. If we get an Abaddon on his own and a Loken on his own, that would tie in with the Sons of Horus and Lunar Wolves. That would be cool. That would be really cool. But I think the characters and upgrades, tying in with Mystery Army release, And of course, the Primarch, being Fulgrim, we're probably going to see a lot of Slaneshi stuff. I think we're going to see Emperor's Children. I think the army will be demons. I'm still going to say it's demons. Not demons of the Ruinstorm, but demons. And that's basically, that's where I'm going to end it. So, quick summation. I hope the more Lords of War are going to be the Malkador tank, not just Knights and things, and Titans. But the new mystery army release is going to tie in with Fulgrim. It's going to be demons. It's going to be, who knows what it's going to be in plastic. And the new characters and upgrades are probably going to be things like Kolgath. We're going to see, hopefully not, but maybe Noise Marine Marks and Slaneshi stuff for Emperor's Children. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a good day. I love you guys. You are so great. And I'll see you all again soon. Links to Wayland Games down below if you wish to save some money on your Warhammer. Especially if you're doing if you're doing Horus Heresy, like, get the box there and you can actually get the Liber Heretics or Liber. What's the other one called? I got it. That's not it. That's it. Astartes. Ah, interesting. The Loyalist one's called Liber Astartes. And you're still saving money before you if you bought it from GW. Right? That's just that. And of course, there is my comics and my merchandise, which everyone shows. Everyone shows their stuff. It's down there as well. And it's all written and drawn and, done by me, by my fair hands and my shaky hands. And of course, there's Forbidden Planet, which does comics, which I haven't drawn or written. And of course, Patreon. But as always, treat yourself to something nice. Don't just treat me. Just don't give me money. I'd rather you treat yourself because it's great. And you guys are great. And I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye.